Recently, there's been a lot of videos on this dude, and after learning about him, I think he's a piece of shit. So who is this guy, and why have people been talking about him? He's a TikToker that goes by the name Mizzy. He lives in the UK, and he focuses on pranks as his form of content. And it's not like the harmless pranks either, where it's like, oh hey, you want to see a magic trick? Haha, got your nose, bitch. This guy's entire shtick is being a public nuisance. So let's dive in and take a look at all the stupid shit that he's done so far.
These random houses, let's go.
James, come to the front door right now, please.
James,
Hi.
you man come.
Hello,
We
James.
need to speak to James.
James.
Huh.
That James.
Is this
Right,
where the
let's
study
go.
group is?
No. No. What door number is this? No.
Study group.
5:30. Come on. Come on. It's a big one, guys. Come on.
Wait, this is not where the study group is.
I got kids, man.
Oh, you got kids? Oh, sorry. Oh, I thought this was the study group. I actually thought.
So as you can see, these losers walk into a random family's home, scaring the husband and wife while their kids are home. Now I'm a man of consent, and I'm a firm believer that walking into someone's private safe space without their consent is a big fucking no-no. The way they just casually walk in like they own the place just pisses me off in more ways than one. They are so fucking lucky that the homeowner just gave him a slap on the wrist, even though he had every right to whoop their ass. And it's not just once, but twice. Pretty stupid shit, but it's not the worst he's done, sadly. If you thought this guy was a piece of shit, we're just getting started, because this loser somehow manages to become more unlikable the more stories I hear about him. Aside from home invasions, he physically assaulted an innocent person on the streets. I don't see how that's supposed to be funny, and I'm confident that if he messed with the wrong person, his dumb ass wouldn't be laughing. When that does happen, maybe he'll think twice before doing that retarded shit. He also went up to random people and asked if they wanted to die.
I asked him a question, a serious question. Do you want to die?
No.
Why?
Is you can lie? Because
Sure.
you still touching him.
Why?
Because
You gonna die? You sure?
I don't see the comedy in threatening people and making them feel genuinely terrified for their lives. And it's surprising how ballsy this guy is, considering that he doesn't look like he's fit for combat. Again, mess with the wrong person and he's bound to get his ass whooped. He also stole a woman's dog and ran off with it. To most people, a pet is a member of the family, and this guy just decides to traumatize this poor woman, all for internet clout, which is fucking deplorable beyond words. And lastly, he illegally hopped on a train, went into the driver cab, and messed with the controls. This guy is really trying to step up his game on being the biggest retard on the planet. Just imagine if the train had accidentally accelerated. Do you genuinely think someone this stupid would know how to undo it? In the worst case scenario, they could potentially collide with another train with hundreds of people on it, injuring and killing hundreds of innocent lives in the process. Thankfully, that didn't happen, but the fact that it could have happened pisses me off so much, all because of someone's stupidity and thirst for internet clout. It's truly sad and pathetic how low people will go for internet clout, even if that means invading homes, assaulting people, stealing pets, and messing with public transportation. He's done a bunch of other stupid shit in the past, but I'm only mentioning the notable ones that people have been talking about. But you know what's even more frustrating? I don't think this loser gives a shit. He probably thinks it's funny being an asshole to others, and honestly, I never understood that mindset. It's not like you'd want people being an asshole to you, so why do that to others? Not only are you making more enemies, but you're creating a bigger target on your back by living that kind of lifestyle. There's so many other ways of getting big on social media without harassing or harming innocent people, but instead he chose to be a fucking cartoon villain, all for internet clout. Like, goddamn, this guy's such a fucking loser in every sense of the word. He clearly has no empathy or remorse for others. All he cares about is views and attention. It just sickens me that people like Mizzy get a kick out of being a public nuisance, and it's so frustrating that he's never faced any serious consequences to his actions, which is why he keeps doing these shitty pranks. Before the train incident, the UK court system just gave him a slap on the wrist. The most severe punishment he received was a warning and social media ban, and even with the social media ban, that didn't stop him from doing shitty pranks. So yeah, to this day, he's never faced any real consequences. Personally, I think this guy deserves a life sentence minimum. I don't give a shit if this guy's 18. Many of his so-called pranks are serious crimes, and he's doing this all for TikTok clout. Mizzy is the type of person who would kick a baby like a football if it meant he would get more clout out of it. This piece of shit only exists to make others miserable. His actions are absolutely inexcusable and deplorable. And if you're someone who defends that kind of shitty behavior, just imagine if you were one of those victims. Imagine if someone broke into your house. Imagine if your pet was stolen right in front of you. Imagine being randomly assaulted out of nowhere. Imagine if you were the victim of a train crash. Or imagine if any of that shit happened to someone close to you. You wouldn't want that shit happening to them, right? Overall, Mizzy is nothing more than a shitty criminal. I'm hoping for the day this loser messes with the wrong people, or for him to rot in the jail cell, because this guy clearly needs a wake-up call. I promise that you couldn't possibly be a bigger loser than Mizzy if you tried. Anyways, that's the video. If you liked it, maybe you should like and sub to the channel. Who knows? Maybe you won't end up like Mizzy, or maybe your future kids won't end up like Mizzy. I'd see ya.